Hello everyone and welcome back to Gone Home. I am Scryax and this is episode 2 of this I don't know how many parts series. Last time we had gone through most of the basement floors and had found out quite a lot about my sister and this girl named Lonnie, who I am now certain, after editing and watching through most of the video, I know right off the bat Thunder's interrupting me. I know Lonnie to be this girl, the punk girl who occasionally dresses in an army uniform. So that's Lonnie, and that's Sam. So now we know these things. Oh, what's this? It's an invoice for moving in things. Okay.
Dear Katie, so much has changed, even just since you've been away. We moved into this house. I'm in a new school, and my big sister being gone for a year doesn't make it any easier. It doesn't feel real, but I'm not gonna let it faze me. I used to tell you everything, and if I can't do it in person, because you're off gallivanting around who knows where, I'll tell it to this journal, just like I was talking to you.
In hindsight, I probably should have read or seen that one first. Boone Country plumes of smoke will rise above the northeastern region of Boone Country over the better part of the next week, as part of the Forestry Service run-controlled burn of overgrown sections of Flintlock National Forest. Forestry crews have been preparing for the area for months. The burn operation will take place between 8 a.m. and 5 p.m. on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and... Sorry, I still get spooked. Like, I am pretty sure this game is not a ghost game. Pretty sure. But, like, you can never be sure. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and possibly through Thursday, depending on the speed of progress according to the Forestry Service. In addition to removing long dead and overgrown vegetation that can lead to wildfires in drier months, the operation will serve as a valuable training tool for the forestry and firefighting personnel involved in the senior conservation Janice Greenbrier. My mother. Smoke will likely linger in the area through the following weekend. Creaking house. Jerk. Got a little playing cards in this house. Nailed it! Oh, so much cursive. Couples baking, cooking class, ballroom dancing. Oh, my mother and father are very busy people. Temporary transfer to aid in the upcoming burn operation. Ranger, I think Bruce was being transferred to the station from the National Park. Forestry effective 9/2/94. See attached personnel file. Lock Janice Greenbrier, short the supervision and transfer based on user performance evaluation and recommendation overseeing officer Bruce Pendleton. I think I killed a Bruce Pendleton in like a video game once. Oh, cassette case. Bratmobile Potty Mouth for Sam. This is Lonnie's. You're going to like this one.
It's weird hanging out with girls. Daniel was around ever since I was little, and other girls? I don't know. But being around Lonnie is like instantly just right. I gave her the grand Psycho House tour and took my revenge on Super Nintendo. And it was like, I don't know, I finally found someone I feel normal around. I drove her home and she gave me this tape and said, "You have got to listen to this." I haven't stopped playing it since.
Alright, but where is the cassette tape? It's got all these really edgy songs on it. But I'm curious, where is it? Where's the cassette tape? Okay, so how dare they? Should probably read the board out there first before going into what I imagine is Sam's room. Because, I mean, look at this thing. It's just like... It's Teenager Central in here. To whom it may concern, I, Samantha Greenbrier, of 17 years old, am therefore an independent, fully functional human being. The fact that you still forbid me from going into the city on my own is frankly absurd. Compare that with Katie, who is only 3 years older than me, and yet is allowed her to go all the way across the ocean to another continent on her own. I just want to spend an evening in a normal, totally safe city on my own, like a human being. And since you may also remember that I have my own car now, you can't really stop me. Warmest regards, your daughter, Samantha. So she ran away, took the Super Nintendo, and is with Lonnie? Or was the voice on the phone Lonnie? Stop leaving every damn light on. You mean like I have been doing? Daniel called again. He wants the Nintendo games back. Daniel called. Oh, poor Daniel then. Anyway, we've got this room to explore. Oh. Okay, there's nothing in there. What? House is creaking. I don't like that. Button. The Misfits. It's witty because it's a female band, I bet.
We're so cool, yeah, yeah. Yeah, we're so cool, cool. We're so cool, yeah, yeah. Fuck you too, cool schmuck.
This is so working.
I don't wanna sit around and talk about the weather. We're such a good old day. I don't wanna wonder if you're gonna say hello. I don't wanna wonder if you're gonna walk away. I don't wanna hear how many friends you have. I don't have any anymore. I don't wanna
Oh, there was a cat here once.
I don't wanna go back to junior high
What happened to the
school.
cat?
I don't wanna get you back to me house dinner. I don't wanna touch your fucking penny creep.
Board game.
Okay, this is the plan for our part. And it's a new version.
That doesn't make sense. What?
Wanna be boy. I just wanna be your
I'm sorry, that is just really loud. And I need to, like, probably read things. It was worth a shot. Oh, that's a great poster. It's Steggy, the Stegosaurus. Yes, it is. Kurt Cobain. The one thing that bothers me is like the magazines are like of real people. Goodfellow High School disciplinary referral. Student name Yolanda Desto. Why do you have this? The heck was that? Mr. Blinchley observed Miss DeSoto's wearing a t-shirt with an unacceptable image on the front. A large beer can labeled "Past Blue Ribbon." Only the best of the worst. It is the hipster beer. Miss DeSoto was sent to the guidance counselor's office. Miss DeSoto was given the option to turn her shirt inside out, change into a t-shirt from her gym locker, or be suspended for the rest of the day. Miss DeSoto chose suspension. Her father was called, but there was no answer and no answering machine. Miss DeSoto must return this form tomorrow, signed by her father. Lonnie DeSoto. Or Yolanda. Okay. So, yeah, Lonnie is edgy or something. Samantha Greenbrier, year 11, Fletcher, period 5. Metalworking? What kind of high school has metalworking? That's awesome! I want to do some metalworking. Not a challenging assignment medal plaque for family portrait reasonable subject, but not a complex when I said that mom and dad should be replaced with parents' names. I did not mean just at them underneath. Acceptable leveling on edges, show more pride in your work. Ah, she doesn't care about just meaningless artwork. To that I can relate. Aw, this is cute. And really big. S is for special, A is for adorable, M is for merry, A is for affectionate, N is for nice, T is for thoughtful, H is for honest, A is for admirable. It's so cute. So is this. This is also really cute. Wait, what? Ah! The King's Labyrinth, Chapter 2, Fraying Threads. Oh, this is another story by Captain Allegra, but this is like the matured version. Captain Allegra, still in her flowing skirt and sturdy jerkin, descended into the single shining thread into the lower cavern of the labyrinth. She and the first mate, on their own now, grew closer to their goal, the throne room of the dead, immortal king of the island. The first mate slid down the line onto the stone floor. She swept chalky bone dust from the front of her canvas trousers and looked up at Allegra. Oh, so the first mate's a woman now. Before the first mate was genderless. Now it's actually defined. The silken thread, nigh unbreakable thanks to the enchanted moths that had inhabited the island, trailed behind, leading their way back to the entrance. From the further into the labyrinth, a moaning began to echo. The moaning grew louder and clearer. It turned into the words from some ancient language they could not understand. The king's cursed voice. The hairs on Captain Allegra's arm stood on end. She looked back at the first mate, whose eyes remained locked into the blackness of the passage for a moment too long before noticing the captain's gaze. The first mate nodded silently ahead. Following the king's ghostly song deeper and deeper into the labyrinth, they came upon a rocky... Lightning, good for ambience, bad for reading aloud. They came upon a rocky gap spilling forth otherworldly blue light. The great basin of the dead king's throne room lay below. Skeletal in rotted robes, the king was hunched over, the blue orb topping his royal scepter. Shadows of his bony fingers danced on the walls like pools as he sang Wailing souls flowed one by one through the cracks in the cave walls, pulled into the orb, causing it to glow brighter and brighter. Behind the king, a long staircase hewn from rock led down into the chamber from a passage at the top. Allegra said, "We have the advantage in numbers. I will draw his attention. Then you—" But the first bit was interrupted. "No, I am smaller and quicker, and you know of dealing with mystic energies like these. I will circle to the other side, get the king's attention, and lead him on a merry chase." She held up the silk line. "All traced by this invincible thread." "Of course," Allegra said. It's all a good plan. But perhaps we should go together." The first mate shook her head. "You know this was our own best chance. Don't be afraid for me." They grasped hands and exchanged 3 tight squeezes, their palms growing warm. The first mate tried the shaking thread. So there is something behind me, and I will figure out what it is. Like, I am hearing footsteps and creaking. That isn't me, because I'm not moving. Anyway, where was I? Right here. The first mate tied the shining thread, to the belt of her trousers, gave a quick salute and a wink, and dashed off. Allegra waited, staring vigilantly across the top of the stairs where the first mate was to appear. The king continued his, "Wait, no, no!" The singing stopped. The king turned and began walking up the stairs. Allegra wanted to call out, to do anything to stop the first mate from running head first into danger. She tried tugging on the line, to signal her. No use. The king was nearly at the top of the stairs. When the first mate burst through the passageway, she skidded to a stop, even from across the yawning basin. Allegra could see the first mate's eyes grow wide. She turned and ran, summoning his undead power. The king left the ground, levitating, gliding behind her with distressing speed. From some dank passage, much too far away, Allegra heard the first mate scream. She was already running towards the sound. The line in Allegra's hand was taut, then shuddered. It fell, slack to the stone floor. As Allegra ran, she gathered the line, twisting it around her arm. She came to its end. The unbreakable thread dangled limply Okay, now you're just being funny, Lightning. You're just timing it with me. It dangled limply, its end shredded, the frayed in her hand. She tossed it to the ground and ran, and ran, ran. So yeah, Sam is getting better at writing. From, oh, obviously, I mean, last time I heard Captain Allegra's Adventure, she was what? Like 7? Let's see what's over here. Bathroom. I'm sure Lonnie does rule, but Lonnie's not here right now to prove me wrong. Nailed it! Okay, so how come no one has titled their company that? Is the toothpaste also witty something? Cinnamon. Are you serious? These names are amazing. What was the Band-Aid's name? Quick Fix. Not too funny. I preferred Cinnamon and nailed it. Oh, toilet cleanser. What's in here? Ah, these things. More of these things. What? Oh. I was about to be real worried. It's just hair dye.
Lonnie brought her hair dye over today. She said, I need to fix these roots. Think you could help? Dyeing hair is weirdly intimate. I don't know if I've touched someone else's scalp before. That's pretty intimate, right? It felt intimate. We looked in the mirror together after, and I expected her to say something about how it looked crappy, or good, or whatever. But that's when she said, you're so beautiful. And she was looking at me. Right in that moment, I wanted to say something, but I waited. And the moment was gone.
I think my sister has a girl crush. Hey Sam, do you want to go see Pulp Fiction after school at the Coliseum? It came out last week and Todd won't shut up about it, so either it's good or we can make fun of him for liking it. My mom's supposed to cook dinner for us tonight for a change, but I can ditch it on a probability. What time? Also, isn't that movie supposed to be really violent? Am I going to barf? Well, according to Todd, it's pretty hardcore. I guess Uma Thurman getting stabbed in the heart with a heroin needle, so that's kind of hilarious. Also, something about cheeseburgers is important. Todd wants to see it again. 7:15, okay? Don't barf. All right, see you then. Sam is gay as hell. Katie, Mom and Dad were going to make up the guest room for you to stay over in the summer, but you came home in such a short notice that they weren't around to do it. You can use my room if you want. I won't be needing it anymore. Yeah, she definitely ran away from home. Ghost Hunter Journal. Samantha Greenbrier. Sighting Journal, August 31st, 1994, about a year ago, 11:19 a.m. The tall shadow in the upstairs hall. When I rounded the corner, no one was there. How tall was Uncle Oscar? Note, I was not wearing my glasses. September 3rd, 1994, 12:44 a.m. A faint voice coming from the bottom of the stairs. I said hello. Did not investigate. Probably was the furnace. September 9th, 1994, 4:11 p.m. Poured my milk from the carton in the fridge. It was spoiled. Pretty sure I should not be reading about ghosts. Especially when there's things behind me that could attack me. Like ghosts. Poured milk from the carton in the fridge. It was spoiled. Pretty sure I read that. Spirits, sour milk. Milk was just bought yesterday. Ooh. The milk was spoiled even though it was brought yesterday. Ah. Lonnie says she feels a presence in the TV room. I suddenly began to feel cold. We built a protective pillow for it. Lonnie and I employ our Ouija board as medium. Disturbing messages are conveyed from the other side. Oscar is definitely here. Established enlisted Lonnie to stay up all night and help patrol premises, recording any signs of otherworldly presence. Lonnie reported many sightings, but all remained unconfirmed. Possible ectoplasm in the attic, probably the roof too. Or probably leaky roof. Sample taken, just in case. Despite our best efforts, we both fell asleep around 4 a.m. In all, successful night. So not only is she an artist, book writer, amateur, gay as hell, she also hunts ghosts. Hey, you were asking what my RTC ribbons meant. Lonnie has really bad handwriting. Here's a handy guide. This means an army thinks I can find my way around. Rifle team. This army has branded me as a certified killing machine. Adventure training. I am a born adventurous, and no borders can hold me. The army recognizes this, so if you didn't think I was cool before, you know now. Rotsies. Doesn't seem to be anything interesting in here. Whoa. Sam's dark room. Do not enter if the red lights are on. So you're in the dark room, man. What's this room? Performance evaluation of Richard March, Supervisor Janice Greenbrier. Oh, this is about the guy who was transferred to help my mom with the thing. Apparently, he's pretty good at his job. We have another cassette player here, but no cassette. Halloween show. The Misfits. They're awesome. Don't forget your costume. Oh.
Sometimes you just have to lie to Mom and Dad. Like when Lonnie asked me to see a band with her and stay over at her friend's place in the city after. That's a lie to Mom and Dad's situation. But it was so worth it. The girls on stage were just so loud and real and awesome. And everybody was moving together like one huge tide of sound. Between two songs, Lonnie leaned over and said, "How do you like your first show?" I was so happy. I felt tears starting in my eyes. And then she up and hugged me. I think she could tell.
She could tell what? Also, what am I supposed to not be looking at? I can see that there's writing on the inside of that, but I can't tell. What? Wait. What? How is there a sewing machine in there? 90s technology, man. Lonnie is the first mate? Or vice versa? What else is in here? They're just a random cassette player. I was already in here. Oh, I haven't gone in here yet. The mom and dad's room. Don't think I'll find anything interesting in here. Why are all the VHS cassette things gone? Like, I haven't found a single one. They're like, someone took them all. Like, dead cat. The dead cat was named Mitten. Mother truck and walk-in closets. My mother's painting was in the other room. Wow. Wow. That was 80s. Dear Mom and Dad, I am in the channel. This is my second passage through the channel. I'm on my way back from London, this time going to Brussels, Belgium. Sorry I didn't write you on the way to London, but I was too excited about the channel. London was great. Dad, I know you've always wanted to visit, and I think you really should. You'd love it. If you wanted to come back here as a family sometime, I guess I could be convinced. Love you all, Katie. Bah. Is there anything else? Like, I feel like everyone just kind of like left in a hurry. Like, even like parents, like they aren't even like most things are missing. They all have like a toothbrush and like a few other things. Okay, didn't need to read that. Alright, so wait. There was the safe downstairs. Well, the vault downstairs. And so I need to figure out some combinations for things. But what would those combinations be? Now, if this game is as predictable as I think it is, then the safe combination that is in the study is going to be... Oh, wait, what's this? Glad to have it in good hands. Walt Whitman, Leaves for Grass. I feel like I've heard of that book before. Or I might be making that up. I forgot to check under a bunch of beds. Silly me. Always check under the beds. There's nothing under this bed. I have an idea. And it requires finding cassette deck thingies. There was one all the way over here. And some of the labels were red, some of them weren't. 2, 3, 6, 8, 9. Nothing calculated axe body. 2, 3, 6, 8, 9. That might be the combination to her locker. I'm thinking. Oh wait, it can't be 2, 3, 6, 8, 9. I keep pressing shift like it's gonna make me sprint, but all it does is zoom me in. Another guess. Maybe it's the words. Nothing calculated axe body. Now, that was totally something. That was totally something. Why is there just like dead space? Oh, wait. Why is there just like dead space in the middle of a house? Where is the dead space, though? Yeah, it's like... What? Anyway, there's another cassette back here that might give us some answers. Actually, no. This will give me no answers. That's not a combination at all. Because I'm thinking, like, downstairs, the combination for the safe down there is the year that the parent characters got married. But there's no real way of figuring that out, is there? I mean, like, what are some of these tapes? Butch Cassidy, The Sundance Kid Fugitive, All the President's Men. Inside Caitlin, May 24th. The Sound of Music. Bridge of the River Kwai, Silence of the Lambs. These are some very okay movies. This is another Jan. I cannot read cursive for the life of me. Six, 4, 6, 4. Let's try that. I don't know why. I'm just gonna try it, see what happens. Because, like, on this floor, we still have these two doors that are locked. That is one loud fan for being so as slow as it is. I made us try like a bunch of 1980s years. I did a dumb. It was 1988, not 19. Wow, I am great. I am so lost. I am so very lost. Does this thing beep out here? Like, what are the combinations to anything? I have no hints, no nothing. Oh, I missed something. Hi, Lonnie. I wrote this in first period and left your locker on the way. Left it in your locker on the way to school. It's what all the cool kids are doing. I've decided. Write me back. Also, here's an idea for something to draw. 2 cats on a motorcycle. Hey, this is a good idea. What all the cool kids are actually doing is screwing each other, or sewing... What? Word? Suiting? Or sending each other pages in their beepers. But we're cooler than them because guess what? They can't put this on a beeper. Your drawing of cats is so good. I added that background to make it even better. Maybe I should just stick to writing though. Haha, I like it. How did you know? They were about to be abducted by aliens. I'm looking forward to Mr. Fish's class right now. I feel like he would probably have lots of cats. Also, like, his secret shame, he watches 90210 religiously. I'll ask him about it after class. He said he doesn't have cats. Also that he's never watched 90210. But I could keep it in his eyes if I was lying. But I could see it in his eyes that he was lying. Wow. Well, I'm really bad at reading. No idea what any of this stuff would mean. 1965, 1965, 1965. Please let this work. Oh my gosh, this is frustrating. This is the one me and my dad are building. Want to go for a joyride when it's done? I don't know. Well, I am at a loss, so I think I need to cut it here. This episode has gone kind of long, so I think I will figure out what the save combinations mean next time. But until then, I have been Scryax, this has been Gone Home, and I will see you all in the next video.